We have one more speaker before lunch today, and if you missed your morning cup of coffee, no worries, because he's here to excite you and energize you. Elected to United States Congress in 2010, Joe Walsh refused his congressional health benefits and pensions, slept in his office, limited himself to no more than 3 terms, and held more town hall meetings than any member of Congress. Pretty impressive stuff. Joe was one of the first people to believe in Turning Point USA and helped us grow our movement, and so we're excited to have him here today. And so without further ado, please help me welcome to the stage the most passionate leader for liberty there is out there and that I've ever seen, Joe Walsh.
Come on! No, that's bull. We can do better than that. I want everybody to stand up. Stand up right now. All right, sit down. That's in order. For the record, you're beautiful. And this thing that Republicans have a war on women, what is that? We love women. I love women. But, hold on a minute. I love a certain kind of woman. I don't like these men who identify as women. I don't like them. I just don't find it attractive. I don't find it to be a turn on. I want my woman to be a woman. Hey! I hope you know why you're here. I mean it. I really do. We're going to get started right now. I'm speaking for the next, what do I have? I have 3.5 hours? I have 3.5 hours. We're not going to do lunch. We're not going to have lunch until 3 this afternoon. You've got me until 3. I hope you know why you're here. I really hope you know why you're here. I hope you know in your heads, and I hope you know in your hearts why you're here. Yeah, you're here to network. And yeah, you're here to mingle, and yeah, you're here to learn some leadership skills. And yes, you're here to learn what you need to learn so that you can go back to your college campuses and do whatever you are going to do. But I hope you know why you're here. You are here, I believe, and it's why I yell like this every single day. You're here because you're losing your country, and if we don't do what we need to do, we're going to lose it forever. Amen? That's why you're here. That's why you're here. My God, that's why you're here. Man, when I grew up, I'm 84 years old. Look at me. Gotcha. Look pretty good for 84, don't I? When I grew up, I'm not 84. When I grew up, the America I grew up in, when your parents grew up, the America your parents grew up in, when your grandparents grew up, the America your grandparents grew up in. Let me tell you something. This, again, is why you're here. It was a different America. I know politicians don't like to say that. It was a different America. People took care of themselves. People looked after themselves. Families thrived. Why? Because families took care of each other. People went to church. People were involved in their neighborhoods and their communities. This thing we call government, man, it was like up in that corner, man, right? It stayed out of our lives. It was a different America. When your parents grew up, when your grandparents grew up, man, life was simple. You had the boys' room. You had the girls' room. And it was so, I know I'm talking about the dinosaurs right now, but when I was a little kid and I had to go to the potty, it was really cute. I'd go to the boys' room. I didn't think about it. I didn't have to, nothing had to go through my head. I was a boy. I went to the boys' room. It was such a different America. A better America. A much better America. And see, again, I'm not 84 years old. I'm not, well, let me say this. I'm closer to 84 than I am to you. Don't give me a what. I still look pretty good, don't I? What gets me out of bed every morning. And by the way, when I was in Congress, I spoke like this. When I was a congressman, I yelled like this. probably why I only lasted 2 years. But you know why I only lasted 2 years? Swear to God. You know why Joe Walsh was only a congressman for 2 years? See, everybody thinks and everybody believes the myth and the legend that is Joe Walsh. Nancy Pelosi wanted to get rid of me. Harry Reid wanted to get rid of me. Barack Obama wanted me out of Washington because every week I yelled at Obama, Obama, you suck. Obama, you're a liar. Obama, you don't like America. Every single week. No. Obama. About 2 years ago, I stopped calling him my president. Obama, you're not mine. You're not ours. You do not like this country. You do not understand the America I'm talking about. Every day and every week when I was in Congress, I still do it on the radio, I go after Barack Obama. But no! Woo! It's not Barack Obama who wanted me out of Washington. It really wasn't the Democrats. They loved having me there because they thought I was crazy. They loved having me there. I was their favorite Tea Party enemy. The truth, and what you need to know, and what you need to appreciate, ladies, because this is part of what I'm going to tell you right now, ladies. And I know we've got these expressions right now, and I don't want to offend anybody, but I know I'm going to. Look, big government sucks, right? Socialism sucks, right? All that stuff. Transgender, cisgender, gender bender. By the way, tomorrow I'm going to be a gender bender. Do you know what that is? A gender bender is a man who feels like a woman, but he doesn't want to identify, follow me, as either because he bends, follow me, in between genders. I'm a gender bender. Big government sucks. All this gender identity bullcrap sucks. Socialism sucks. Okay, hold your fire, because I'm about to say something. I'm about to say something that may not get a lot of applause. I'm about to say something that may make you throw your cup of water at me. You know what? The reason I'm here right now, the reason you're here right now, the reason why you're here right now is so damn important. We got to be honest, man. When you've got a drinking problem, you got to be honest. First step is to be honest. When you got a drug problem, man, the first step is to be honest and to look into your soul and say, I got a problem. Hey, you got to all be honest with me right now. The problem right now in America right now, the problem in America right now is the Republican Party sucks. Oh my God. Wow. That's really cool. I thought I was just going to be spat upon. I say this as a former Republican member of Congress. I say this as somebody who always thought I'd go to my grave as a Republican. The Republican Party right now sucks. And that's why the country right now is in so much trouble, because the Republican Party sucks. Here's the truth. For the 2 years I was in Congress, and I had Chris Matthews and Rachel Maddow and CNN and what's his name? George Stephanopoulos on ABC, all of these guys. And he really is about that tall. By the way, true, Nancy Pelosi is that tall. She's 72 years old, though. She looks really good. What do you think's going on there? She looks really good. I'm just saying. The Republican Party wanted me out of Washington. John Boehner wanted me long gone. Who's our current speaker? Paul Ryan wanted me out of town. The Republican Party establishment devoted every day of 2012 to making sure that I lost. Because the Republican Party establishment didn't want a crazy Tea Party guy like me in Washington. The Republican Party establishment didn't want me there every day saying to my own party, the party that I love, Republican Party, wake up! Look what Obama's doing, impeach him, do something. Look what Obama's doing, defund him, do something. Republican Party, the American people want you to fight. Okay? We want a country where there are two parties who believe in two different things. And right now we got one party, God bless them. You better fear them. They're very good at it. The Democrat Party, they believe in government. They worship government. They take a bath with government every single night. They love government. But Republican Party, where you been? Where are you? If they're the party of government, you're the party of us. If they're the party of transgenders, you're the party of boys and girls. If they are the party that everybody gets free, everybody skip with me. Whenever Bernie and all this free, can I say shit? Oh, it's too late. I meant to say free stuff. That slipped out. But whenever I hear Bernie and all the Democrats, and it's not just Bernie, by the way, watch how Hillary's going to try to win. Bernie's going to give away free stuff too. She is. But whenever I hear this Bernie free stuff crap, I always want to skip. And my wife hates it when I skip. But I feel like I'm in a fairy tale. Follow me. Free college. Oh. I'm not done yet. No, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm 19 years old. I've got a boy and a girlfriend. He's a boy. He identifies as a boy. We want to have relations, so I want free contraceptives for life. Oh, yes. Give me the free college. Give me the free health care. Give me the free contraceptives. And while you're at it, give me a job that pays me really well. And while you're at it, give me a house or an apartment so that I can live somewhere. You laugh. I'm a little out of breath. Huh? A nice pension. Take care of me, government. Give me free stuff. I just want to skip whenever I hear that. But be honest. Throughout this whole Bernie thing, and it's not just Bernie, because this is how Obama got elected. This is how Obama got elected. Where's our party been? I mean, if you really think about it, free stuff. Free stuff is really cool. Giving people free college, man, I can relate to that, right? You understand that. At least you know where the Democrats are. I have so much respect for Bernie Sanders. I don't like Hillary. Nobody likes Hillary. Bill doesn't like Hillary. We know that. Now we know Bill doesn't like Hillary. Bill still doesn't like Hillary. I don't think Hillary likes Hillary, but we don't have time for that. But, look at the beauty of what the Democrats do. They're so dang good. You see it on your college campuses. If you are a 21-year-old and you've got to decide between free college, free contraceptives, yeah, at my age, I don't care anymore, because remember, I'm 84. Free health care, pension for life, and the alternative is freedom. Oh, okay, that kind of sounds cool, but then, what does that mean? That means I got to take care of myself, right? That means my family's got to take care of me. That means my church and my community. That means, oh my God, that means I'm responsible for my own life. No, give me the free shit. That's what I want. You can see. Come on, be honest. Because we're at war. You can see why it works. I get discouraged every day. Because, look, and we're going to get into Trump. Who's our candidate? Trump, guy with the funny hair, Trump. Talks like he's 7 years old, Trump. We'll get into Trump in a minute. But I get discouraged every day. Not because it's Hillary. Because, again, remember, nobody likes Hillary. Not because it's Trump. And I'm going to spend about 10 minutes trying to convince you. I could give a damn about Trump, but I'm going to spend 10 minutes trying to convince you. I don't care what Trump says. I don't care what he believes. I'm going to spend 10 minutes trying to convince you not to support him, but to support what's behind him. Not to support Trump. Man, I'm not stupid enough to stand in front of 400 gorgeous, smart, young conservative women and say, oh, excuse me, you got to support Donald Trump, and here's why. I'm a congressman. Where's my lady from South Dakota? Boo, boo, boo. You asked my former colleague that question last night, Marsha Blackburn, right? Give it up for South Dakota. Why should we support Trump? Give me something more than we're just against Hillary, because everybody's against Hillary. Bill's against Hillary. They're all against Hillary. Give me something more. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes and try to give you the ABCs on Donald Trump. No way. Because I can't support that. But all I'm going to try to do in the remaining time I've got is say this. You are here because whether you know it or not, and I'd argue that most of you don't know it, you're going to be on the front lines for the survival of this country. Oh my God, think about that. Now you're younger than I am, and when this crazy old guy says something like that, you don't totally believe him, but it sounds cool. Cool, Mom, Dad, I'm on the front lines. I know you don't totally get it, but I want you to imagine this. I got to tell you something, and I love you all, and you're beautiful. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with calling a woman beautiful. I think you're hot. I think you're gorgeous. You are the cat's meow. That's what we used to say when I was young. When I saw a woman that I thought was really pretty, I'd say, you are the cat's meow. Go out, go steady with me. That's how we spoke. Don't laugh. That's how your mom and dad spoke. What's your first name? Annalise, would you consider going steady with me? She's thinking about it. That's how we spoke. I don't mind offending you. You're beautiful. But here's the deal. Nothing against you all. There's a big part of me that wishes I was speaking to all of your parents right now. There's such a big part of me that wishes, though I love Turning Point USA, and you guys are on the front lines, man. And by the way, I'll be long gone to find out if America ever gets back. And by the way, again, I don't want to depress you. I think America's already tipped. I think we've already fallen. I think we're already gone. It's up to you to save it. But part of me wishes more than anything that I was speaking to your parents right now. Because right now your parents would be on their feet with every word I said. Because your parents get it like I get it. I'm your parents' age. They get it like I get it. I have people call into my radio show every day. Women and men in their 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s. I had an 87-year-old woman call in 2 weeks ago in damn tears. And she said, Joe, this isn't the country I grew up in. This was an 87-year-old woman crying. Your parents get that. When I say America is not the country I grew up in, every one of your parents right now would be going like this. And it's not just the transgender bull crap. It's the fact that now we live in an America where everybody can marry everybody. You get to marry your sister pretty soon. You get to marry your two brothers. You're going to marry your cat when you're 29. You just said you may not go out with me. You're going to end up with your cat. I don't like cats. Can't stand cats. Cats suck. I'm a dog person. We got 3 dogs. I love dogs. See. I got a theory too, by the way. I think conservatives and people who believe in freedom, I think they love dogs because I'm convinced that dogs are conservative. I'm so convinced that dogs are freedom fighters. And you know what? Again, I know there are some cool cats, and I know some Republicans and conservatives like cats, but in general, cats suck. Cats belong with Democrats. Oh, I'm not getting a lot of love over here. A lot of cat supporters over there. If I were with your parents right now, and I said, this is not the America I grew up in, they would nod their heads. Your fathers would go like this. Your moms would tear up a little bit. Because in the America your mom and dad grew up in the America I grew up in the America your grandparents grew up in, it was a wonderful thing. We did not have government telling everybody to do everything. We did not have a government that took every damn cent almost that we made and took it from us and paid for all this government doing all of this crap that doesn't work and it will never work. We had families that stayed together. Communities looked after themselves. In the America a long, long time ago, all you got to do is look at this one issue. When your grandfather lost his job back in 1947, I'm guessing, when your grandfather lost his job in 1947, hey! You want to know what happened in that America? Your grandfather, think of your grandfather right now. I hope I'm not aging him. Maybe I'm aging him myself. But when your grandfather, who was working back in the year 1947, lost his job, what do you think happened to your grandfather? Who took care of your grandfather? He did. Who else? His family. Who else? His church. Who else? His community. Who else? His extended family. Everybody took care of your grandfather. Everybody took care of your neighbor when he lost his job. Everybody took care of your grandmother when she lost her job. Everybody out here, nobody up there in government. Today, you lose your job, man, and I'll tell you, you lose your job today, you can be on unemployment for up to 2 years. You lose your job today, government takes care of you. You lose your job today, you can suck off of and be dependent upon government. And you know what? Can't afford that. And you know what? It ain't rocket science. Because people who need help back in the old America took care of themselves, people were stronger. Families were stronger. Hell, of course families were stronger because we asked families to do things. Now we don't ask families. Now we don't ask churches. Now that thing called government takes care of everybody. Which is why big government sucks, because we can't afford any of it. We're bankrupt. Did I tell you we're bankrupt? We're like flat broke. And by the way, nobody knows what that means. Like you'll get speakers, like I heard Charlie this morning, other people say, we're $19 trillion in debt. Nobody knows what that means. And by the way, that's a bull crap lie. We're about $150 trillion in debt, but nobody knows what that means. All we know is one day, you're going to have to pay that back. Whew. Trump. So, 3 months ago, I'm from Illinois. I voted in my Illinois primary. Go, anybody from Illinois? Illinois sucks! There aren't many people because everybody leaves Illinois. Everybody leaves Illinois because everybody wants out of Illinois. Everybody wants out of Illinois because big government sucks. Because Illinois will be the first state to declare bankruptcy. But when I voted 3 months ago, back at the end of March, in my Republican primary in March, I voted for Rand Paul. Love me some Rand Paul. I went to Congress with Rand Paul. I love Rand Paul. He's a great guy. Look, I know we all love Cruz, Rubio, Paul. There were a lot of great candidates. I voted for Rand Paul after he left the election because I couldn't then pull the trigger for Donald Trump. Publicly right now, that was 3 months ago, by the way. I got a radio show. So I'm on in Phoenix, Denver. Today, hey, by the way, this is cool. What town are we in? I start in Dallas today on the radio. We're on in Denver, Dallas, Phoenix, New York, Chicago, and a bunch of other cities coming soon. I say on the radio every day now, I am going to run through that damn wall to try to get Trump elected. Don't say anything yet. 3 months ago, I couldn't pull the trigger for him. He still pisses me off every day. I can't stand him. Hold on, none of that. I'm making a point. I'm on a roll right now. No applause. He says things that, wouldn't you love? Ooh, I almost ripped it. Wouldn't you love to be in a room alone with him for a half an hour, and after you're done spending 20 minutes just slapping him upside the head? And that's what I do. If I had Trump alone in a room, I'd kick him, I'd slap him, I would mess up that damn hair like you wouldn't believe. And then I'd talk to him. And I'd spend 10 minutes and I'd try to tell him something to set him straight. But listen to what I'm saying. Rand Paul was out of the race by March. I'm voting in my primary, and I couldn't vote for Trump. 3 months later, I say every day on the radio, I may not like him, I know he doesn't believe the things I believe in. Very few people do. I don't know what he believes in. I don't like the way he talks. I wish he prepared more. I wish he'd do a lot of things, but I'm going to use every ounce of my strength to run through that wall to get him elected. And here's part of what I want to tell you. Because look, let's be real. It's the big old elephant in the room. Let's be real. If it were hold your applause. If it were Rubio right now, we'd be jazzed, wouldn't we? Be honest. Be honest! If it were Rubio, even though he looks like he's 14 years old, we'd be fired up. Marco, let's be honest. If it were Ted Cruz, and even though he spoke like a Southern preacher, we'd be fired up. I actually think, here's my Jeb Bush imitation. Look, I honestly think if it were Jeb Bush, if it were Kasich, if it were any of these guys but Trump, we would be all fired up right now. I really do think we would. I really do think we would be. Because it would be really clear. But I guess what I want to say to you is this. I'm not going to convince you to like Trump. Young people don't like him. A lot of Republicans who are going to vote for him don't like him. Most conservatives who will vote for him, and they will, they don't like him. I guess my only advice to you would be, and I'm not pulling any bull on you, I'm not going to insult your intelligence. Take Trump out of the equation. South Dakota gal, I'm not going to convince you that Donald Trump is Joe Walsh. No way. No way. And by the way, if Hillary wins in 2020, I'm running for president. If Hillary wins in November, I'm running for president in 2020. Booyah! By the way, did you see that? 20 minutes ago, I said, would you go steady with me? She said, I need to think about it. Now, she thinks, I may be dating a future Republican nominee. Joe, I'm yours. I got way too much respect for all of you to try to convince you to support Trump. Ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna ask you this year to support, with every bone in your gorgeous young bodies, to support what you're against. Take Trump out of the equation. Hell, take Hillary out of the equation. Take both candidates out of the equation. I really believe Trump doesn't matter right now. I don't think Hillary matters right now. There's a divide in this country like this beautiful, generous, good, decent country hasn't seen since the Civil War. I say all the time, when I was in Congress I said it, it wigged my Republicans out. When I'm on the radio I say it. I truly do believe that we are living in the beginning of the Third American Revolution. See, I really believe that. I believe that we are living at the onset of the Third American Revolution. There's something going on in this country like this country has not seen since the Civil War. So who gives a damn about Trump or Hillary? There's a divide in this country between people who believe in freedom and people who believe in government. Between people who want people to be strong and not government. Between people who want families and churches and neighborhoods to take care of people and not government. Between people who say, I have a right now to be carrying a gun right now to be protecting every gorgeous young woman in this room. And the people who would deny me that right. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Hillary. See, I'm on board. I'm running through that wall because I know what I'm against. I saw a Trump event 2 weeks ago in San Jose. the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Americans, people in this country illegally, waving the Mexican flag. Hey, I know I'm against them. I saw at a Trump event people, legal and illegal, burning the American flag. I know I'm against them. I saw people outside a Trump event 2 weeks ago raising up signs that said, America sucks. I know I'm against them. I saw people outside a Trump event 2 weeks ago. All these dirty, unemployed, stupid Bernie people. By the way, they stink. They don't shower. They are unemployed. They don't work. Because remember, let's everybody skip again. Mommy government's going to take care of me. I don't have to work. I saw them outside Trump events demanding that government takes care of them. And it wasn't the first time we saw it in San Jose. Almost everywhere Trump goes, we see it. Remember, I don't care about Trump. I don't even listen to what he says. But I see this kind of crap. I see this anti-American crap going on in my country. Are you serious? Time out a minute. And again, I love, you see, I'm funny. I'm like you all. I love all people and I hate a lot of people. It doesn't matter to me if you're white, black, or brown. I could care less if you're a male or a female. I could care less what damn gender you are. I could care less where you go to the bathroom. I could care less who you marry. You're all Americans to me. That's how we look at the world. But are you freaking serious? In my country, in your mom and dad's country, you got the damn nerve to go to a Donald Trump event and wave the Mexican flag in my face? Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Remember, by the way, I'll say it with a smile. Get the hell out of here. By the way, I get Mexicans and Latinos calling into my show every day. Media doesn't report this. Mexicans and Latinos who came here the right way. Mexicans and Latinos who came here for opportunity. Mexicans and Latinos who stood in line for 5 years. By the way, do you know that? Right now it takes 5 to 8 years to get into this country legally, and it costs $10,000 to $20,000 to do it the right way. These Mexicans and Latinos call me who did it the right way, and they say, this is ridiculous. Who are these people cutting into line, breaking into this country? These are Mexicans and Latinos. By the way, the next time somebody says, when you say, I think we should secure the border, and I think if you're going to be in this country, you should be here legally. The next time somebody says, when you say that, you're mean-spirited and you're bigoted, tell them that Mexicans and Latinos who are in this country legally, they support that position more than we do. All the polling shows that. Mexicans in this country legally are more against amnesty than white old farts like me. They support it. I saw at that Donald Trump event in San Jose. You see, this hits me, and that's why everybody asks me, why do you yell so much, Joe? Why do you get so worked up? It's because I really believe this stuff. I love this damn country, man. I love what these founders gave us. And I saw 2 weeks ago in my country, in your country, people, free Americans, trying to leave a Donald Trump event. And they were attacked. Think about that. In America, you have a right to go to a Hillary event or a Bernie event. And you have a right as an American to leave that event peacefully. Oh, by golly, you've got a right in America to leave a Donald Trump event and know that you can get to your car without getting attacked. That's called freedom. That's not happening. It didn't happen in San Jose. Average Americans who left a Trump event were attacked. They were beaten up. People threw eggs at them and rocks at them. That can't happen. So again, I'm telling you this. I don't love Donald Trump, but I know I'm against everybody who threw an egg in that young woman's face. I know I'm against everybody. I know I'm against everybody who sucker punched that 72-year-old man who left a Donald Trump event. You're not going to get excited about Donald Trump. And if somebody gets up here over these 3 days and tries to get you excited, be respectful, but tell them to go jump. Nobody's going to get you excited about Trump. I'm not. I'm excited about the people who oppose him. Because the people who oppose him are trying to destroy your parents' country. They're trying to destroy my country. They're trying to destroy your country. It's a really easy vote to make only because I know what I'm against. And win or lose, it doesn't matter. And that's where you come in. Because win or lose, this is a 40 to 50-year fight to get back the country these old white guys gave you. This is going to take a long time. You're going to be my age and then some. You're going to be telling your kids the same stuff I'm telling my kids now. I want to tell you about America in a land far, far away. You're going to be saying the same thing. Now, you need to be smart and understand why the hell we got Trump. A year ago, did anybody think Donald Trump would be the nominee? Heck no, right? Again, it was Rubio, Cruz, Rand Paul. It was one of these guys. It was Jindal. It was Perry. It was one of these guys. Nobody saw this coming. The party didn't see it coming. The media didn't see it coming. Nobody saw it coming. The only reason, see how I'm circling back right now? See how I'm coming back right now? The only reason we have Trump, and again, you got to be honest. I know many of you consider yourselves Republican. Get rid of that word. Get rid of it. I'll do you one better. By the way, you and I just broke up. I'm a former congressman. Would you consider going steady? Automatic! Didn't hesitate. What's your first name? Colleen, you're mine. May have to fight a little bit. Get rid of the word Republican. I mean it. I'm not playing. I'm not being funny. I'm not being sarcastic. Get rid of Republican. Throw it out. Get rid of the word conservative. When you think of Republican, what do young people think of? Oh, white guys. When people, and the polls show this, when people think of Republican, they think of old white guys. You know what? The polling shows when people think of conservatives, they think of angry old white guys. Get rid of conservative. Nobody on a college campus knows what that means. And again, if they do think they know what it means angry old white guy. Get rid of Republican, get rid of conservative, make up your minds from this day forward. You are a freedom fighter. You are just a freedom fighter. I said when I was in Congress at a town hall, and John Boehner got mad at me. John Boehner got mad at me a lot. Paul Ryan got mad at me a lot. I said in the town hall that I think the days of Republican versus Democrat are long gone. I don't know what that means anymore. I got one party who believes in big government, right? One party that worships at the altar of big government, and I got another party called the Republican Party that sits there and picks their nose because they're confused. They're scared. They don't know what to do. I'm not playing. I mean, my God, I went ballistic when I was in Congress because you have the Democrat Party that said, they put a bill on the floor that said, if you lose your job, you should get unemployment benefits for life. And then I have a Republican Party telling me, if you lose your job, you should get unemployment benefits for the next 3 years. Huh? I've got the Democrat Party that says you should have free health care for life, and I've got Republican Party that says, well, yeah, maybe, kind of, sort of. How about free health care for the next 10 years? I've got a Democrat Party that says to young people, you know what? Contraceptives for as long as you can use them. And I got a Republican Party that says no, free contraceptives for the next 2 years. And I got the American people saying, now hold on, time out. Is anybody over there saying if you want to have sex or relations, whatever we call it, with your lady or your man, go pay for your own stuff? Where is that party? If you want to have a good time, God bless you. You go pay for it. Where is that party? If you want health care, right? If you want health care for you and your family, go shop for it. You go buy it. Where is that party? Where is that party? Because that party's not the Republican Party today. The Republican Party doesn't speak like this. I speak like this. And the Republican Party ran me out of D.C. You want to know why Trump? You want to know why the hell we got this guy with bad hair, no vocabulary, who doesn't know what he believes? I'm serious. You want to know why we're stuck with Trump? Because the Republican Party stopped being an opposition party. The Republican Party years ago stopped standing up for freedom and limited government. We don't have that party. And you know what? The American people are pissed off. They've had it. They do not want this. But what they want is a party that will fight against that. People ask me all the time, in fact, somebody on CNN asked me a week ago, are the people supporting Trump, are they mad at Obama? Because that seems to make a lot of sense, right? I said, hell no. The people who support Trump are not angry at Obama. They're angry, they're pissed off at the Republican Party for not fighting Obama. That's it, that's it. Look, they know what Obama is. These Trump supporters, they know what he is. He's an American-hating socialist who does not like or understand this country. Look, we know what Obama is. What we wanted was a Republican Party that would fight him. And we haven't had it. And so Cruz, hold on, and Marco Rubio, and all of these other candidates had no clue as to what was going on this year. And they thought, I can just stand there on stage and look really pretty, and I'm going to attack Barack Obama. And I'm going to attack Nancy Pelosi and all these Democrats for ruining America. That's what all these smart Republicans thought. All good candidates, right? They were dead wrong. Because the Republican voter, the average Republican voter didn't care about that. The average Republican voter wanted to fight. The average Republican voter is like your parents. They are, you know, like your parents are like freaking dizzy with how quickly this country is changing. Think about it. For 5,000 years, we called marriage a man and a woman. In the snap of a freaking eye, marriage changed. For 1,000,000 years. I don't think we've been on the planet that long. We called you a boy or a girl. And now in a snap of an eye, that's changing. Your parents thought, you know what? If you want to be American, you got to come here legally. And now that's changing. Your mom and dad have woken up to an America where you work your, can I say ass? You work your ass off. Your parents work their asses off every single day. And every dollar that they make right now, I'm not talking about Bill Gates or the real wealthy people. Right now, every dollar that your mom and dad makes, 51 cents of it is taken from them. And it goes to Washington, it goes to Texas, it goes to Dallas, it goes to whatever county they live in. My God! Half of what your mom and dad make are gone, taken from them? Thomas Jefferson would be freaking storming Washington right now. These guys, kidding me. You're kidding me. And by the way, not to depress you, not to bum you out, but if you are prepared to fight, you should want to fight for no other reason than this. When you are my age, Colleen, right? Get up here on stage with me. Come around the stairs. Give it up for Colleen. Come here. Come on. I cannot stand here with a broken heart. Come around. Stand here. Stand on both sides of me. Oh, this is kind of fun. I'm not moving. Right now, forget about transgender bullcrap. Forget about the marriage bullcrap. Forget about all the other issues. This should motivate you and fire you up more than anything. Right now, 51 cents of every dollar your mom and dad make is gone. And it goes to that ugly, corrupt thing called government. If we keep going on this pace, man, that Republicans and Democrats have put us on, man, these two gorgeous young ladies. By the way, you're going to be a local newscaster. You're going to marry a guy named Doug. You don't like the name Doug? You're 3 kids, and 20 years from now, you're going to be making $610,000 a year. Veterinarian. Going to marry somebody named Billy Bob. 10 kids. 10 kids. But veterinarians are going to do really well. She's going to make $800,000 a year in 20 years. Sounds so cool, except for the name Billy Bob. Sounds really awesome. But think about this, these two. $600,000 a year. $800,000 a year. Because of what Republicans and Democrats have done to us. If nothing changes and we keep going as we're going now, 89 cents of every dollar they make is gone. 89 cents in another 20 years of every dollar these two make is gone. That means Billy Bob's going to start drinking. That is theft. But see, that's where we're going right now. Sit down, you two. You did great. Give them up. That's where we are right now. And that's not going to change right now. I'm telling you, Republicans are not going to change it. It will not change shy of a revolution. It's not going to change. When you are my age, you will be lucky if you keep 11 cents of every dollar you make. And remember the important point. Washington can't do it. Washington's broke. But when we ask Washington to do all of this stuff, we ask less of us. So we get weaker. We get less self-reliant. We can't take care of ourselves. It's an America that cannot last. The only reason all of us are stuck with Trump is because the Republican Party for years has not fought our fight. That's all. They have not fought our fight. If you are a politician, your job, your goal in life is to get reelected. That's all you think about. So think about Republicans. Election after election, they've been watching Democrats do their thing. I'll give you free shoes, give me your vote. I'll take care of your hair every month for a year, give me your vote. I'll get you a new dress, give me your vote. And we all laugh at all the free crap, but you know what? It works. And it's worked election after election, which is why Hillary Clinton's going to be tough to beat. It's how Obama got elected. No, he got elected because he was black. It's how Obama got reelected. Because he offered free stuff. And it works. And you've got the Republican Party sitting over here, and they want to get reelected too. They want to keep their jobs, because when you're in Congress, you feel really important, like you're the big cheese. You love being a congressman or a senator. So you want to get reelected. So what do the Republicans naturally begin doing? The same thing. Copying the Democrats. So for 20-some years, we've had one party giving away a whole bunch of free shit.
There's no such thing as free.
And we've had And we've had another party kinda, sorta, doing the same thing. Along comes Donald Trump, and he says to the average Republican voter, all he said was, and somebody told him to say this, and we don't even know if he believes it, but Donald Trump said, I'm pissed off. And he's the only guy who said, out of all these smart politicians, Cruz and Rubio and Paul, Donald Trump is the only one that said, damn it, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off about all these illegals. I'm pissed off about this. I'm pissed off about that. And the average Republican voter right now, here's what you got to know. Here's why Trump. They don't care about issues. The average Republican voter, this is why we got Trump. They do not care where Trump stands on issues. They don't care if he's pro-life today and pro-abortion tomorrow. They don't care. They are pissed at the political system. They do not care where he stands on issues. They are pissed at Republicans and Democrats. I'm telling you, this is why Trump. It's got nothing to do with issues. I love Marsha Blackburn. But Donald Trump is going to secure the border and do something about Muslim terrorists and do this and do that. None of us know, and nobody cares. People support Trump because they want the damn thing blown up. That's it. They want it blown up. And this crazy dude with the weird freaking hair, to a lot of people, seems like he might blow it up. Here's what I know. How am I doing times? I'm stopping right here for questions. Here's what I know. I don't know if he's going to win. It's going to be really hard because I tend to believe the American people aren't ready to grow up. They want the free shit. I don't think they're ready. But Trump's got a chance because, again, people are so pissed off. Don't support Trump. Support with every bone in your body what you're against. Make that easy for yourselves. Don't try to fall in love with Trump. Fall in love against all of that anti-American crap. Final thought, here's what I know. And I don't want to scare you, but this is why you are so important. I can't take this back. I believe the Republican Party is pretty much dead, whether Trump wins or loses. It doesn't scare me. That doesn't anger me. That doesn't frighten me. I think the Republican Party is almost dead. And I think something new and something better is going to come along, and I really believe something's going to come along that's going to fight for freedom and limited government, and I think Turning Point USA is on the front lines of that. It ain't Republican. It ain't conservative. It's all about freedom. I am a freedom fighter. You guys are going to be on the front lines. Questions? Get them up, stand up, my dear.
We're going to have time for 2 questions.